I have been traveling in Africa, especially east and southern part by road, crossing many borders, and I can tell you, it is not easy. Believe me, it is so stressful crossing African borders. So now I'm in Port Elizabeth, South Africa. I've met fellow content creators who are based here, PurityKhosa from South Africa, Forbes from Zimbabwe, Foreigner from Uganda, and Chunguzana from Tanzania. So we had a discussion about their experiences traveling in Africa. And in case it's your first time in this channel, you're warmly welcome. Just consider subscribe, like, and share the video. You can also subscribe to my fellow content creators. Their channel's link will be in the description box below. So yeah, enjoy this discussion. Friends, how are you doing? What up? Mambo vipi? I'm in Port Elizabeth, and guess what? I've met my favorite YouTubers. Here is Purity.
Hello.
Purity, I've been watching you. Just tell us, introduce yourself. What are you doing on your YouTube channel? Name of the channel.
So first of all, I am camera shy, but I'm gonna do my best. So I'm PurityKhosa. I have a YouTube channel. I do travel just like Mr. Malango.
Yeah.
I travel from point A to B. Sometimes I'm driving, sometimes I'm using public transport. I love public transport the most because you get to be close to the people of that area. And I recently went to my first 2 countries outside of South Africa. So yay!
Mozambique and
Mozambique and Lesotho.
And Lesotho.
Yes.
Oh man, so she's amazing. I've been watching her. I mean, she's doing very, very good content. So if you want to know more about South Africa, South African road trips, you know, South Africa is best roads in Africa. So if you want to see a lot of content, please just go to our channel. I have my brother here from Uganda.
Hi everyone, Vipi.
Mambo vipi?
Poa. Hi guys, my name is William. But on YouTube channel I use the foreigner. I am a foreigner in South Africa right now, from East Africa, Uganda. Happy to be here on my brother's channel. How's everyone doing? So please, if you come to watch his videos, please remember to subscribe, like, share and comment. And if you like, please, you can come to my channel and subscribe as well. I'm an East African enjoying South Africa. I've been here for a bit. I like it. Right now it's winter, but I'm enjoying it. I'm so excited to meet her, meet him, and everyone else, right?
Yeah.
This lady, sorry bro. This lady is the lady that gave me courage to start vlogging. I asked her, what does it take to start vlogging? She told me, oh brother, everything you need. If you have a small phone, just get going. And look at me now, 3 months, I have a couple of subscribers. Thank you very much, I appreciate you.
Yes,
So Purity, you've been motivating others.
It's funny because what he's saying is motivated me back. So thank you, brother.
Thank you.
That was good.
And I have my brother from Zimbabwe. You know, you have been watching my videos in Port Elizabeth, and you have just seen my brother here, Forbes.
Hi guys, my name is Forbes from the Great African Channel. I'm a YouTuber, still in learning very much so. I'm based here in PE, originally from Zimbabwe, but I am based here in PE. And what we just been doing with my little sister Purity is that we've been trying to grow the content creator community. And after your trip from Tanzania and coming and then me touring you around and all that, I've actually realized that as YouTubers, we can actually create a community that even does tours for those who are coming to countries, because it's always fearful when you go into a whole new country, you don't know the people there, you're scared. But when we create an honest community, then at least we can also get to do more collabos with the ones who are coming from regional and international, and we can grow from there.
And I have my brother here from Tanzania.
Yeah, now I got I think 15 years.
15 years,
Yeah, 15 years
in South Africa.
Yeah, yes.
So you have your YouTube channel also?
Yeah, I got my YouTube channel. My name is Chunguzana Njanye. Yeah.
So you are showing
Njanye.
Port Elizabeth and
Yeah,
the other.
I just show how Port Elizabeth look like. Yeah, I show people how people are in Port Elizabeth. Yeah, so you can go to my YouTube channel and subscribe.
Thank you. So traveling in Africa, it's a challenge.
Yeah.
We are all travelers,
Yeah.
and of course we have some experiences about traveling in Africa.
Yeah.
You were sharing with me of Camila about your struggle to get to South Africa. Can you tell us more about that?
Man, before I want to say, there's a reason as to why most of Africans outside South Africa want to come to South Africa. South Africa is an amazing country.
Yeah.
I would say it's a first world country. So we think all the opportunities we could have found in Europe or whatever, we can find them in South Africa. So we all try to come here. But the struggles of coming here, my friend, you
From
don't want to
Uganda.
know. You don't want to know. Like for real,
Yeah.
it's so hectic. Most of the people come by road. You have to come through a couple of countries, which is not easy. You have to have in East Africa we call it kintu kidogo. South Africa they call it make a plan.
Make a plan.
You have to make a plan. Like financially, you have to make a plan.
I
So
get
getting here, you realize, oh man, I hit the wall because there are no jobs here. Like for real, there are no jobs. South Africans who were born here, have degrees and everything, they don't have jobs. So imagine for you, a foreigner, it's gonna be 10 times hard. So my brother,
Is it true?
That's how
What
it
is
is.
saying?
It's true. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
No jobs here.
No jobs here.
So why are you still here? Why don't you go back to Tanzania now?
Yeah,
You are struggling.
I'm just here struggling, but
You are
I
trying.
just hope myself that one day,
Keep pushing. Keep
yeah,
pushing.
one day maybe I'm gonna get.
Yes,
that.
keep pushing.
Yeah.
So, brother, as a Ugandan,
Yeah.
what do you consider to be the major difference between, or any cultural shock which you?
well, there's
you
so
got it
much.
once you-
To be honest, there's
Yes,
so much difference in culture. First and foremost, the most that would get off my mind anytime is people eating chicken feet. Like for real.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, and
in
then
East Africa.
Like for real, Purity, I'm telling you.
Question.
Okay.
I thought all Africans eat chicken feet.
no.
They don't.
No.
Really?
I know for actually, I will not say for Kenya or in any other East African country, but for Uganda,
Yeah.
I know Western Uganda, they don't eat chicken feet. Chicken head, chicken feet, nope.
But in Tanzania, we eat uswahilini, we eat those chicken feet, miguu ya kuku
Yeah,
kule maeneo ya
yeah, I
uswahilini.
eat. Yeah.
So do you throw away?
Yeah, we do throw away. We give them, actually, I said it on one of my videos, that chicken feet and head, we give it to the dogs. Yeah. You watch my
Purity, you are-
videos, thank you, bro.
You are amazed
Yeah,
by
we give it to
that.
the dogs.
You know, chicken feet and chicken intestine.
Yeah.
Also, we
are
don't
the-
eat.
What?
Like for real. I
You
kid you not.
Yeah.
You guys are Europeans.
Yeah, like for real. So I look forward to a day when I go out with one of my South African friends, if you guys could.
Yeah.
Then I try chicken feet. I don't know if I could eat it because it's scary for me.
It's really tasty.
But there's no meat. Come on.
But what's your view about the level of development here?
It's-
the roads, the waters compared to East Africa?
Yeah, the development. This feels like Europe. I don't want to lie.
Yeah,
It feels
sure.
like Europe. If you see so many Africans who don't want to leave this country,
Yeah.
guys, feel sorry for us. We enjoy this country. I mean, look at it. This is not Europe. This is
Purity,
South Africa.
tell me, you are South African
Yes.
and you have traveled to Mozambique.
Yes.
What do you consider to be the, major difference between South Africa and Mozambique? And I want to tell you one thing: most South Africans don't travel often to these other African countries.
So what I realized first was that the Mozambicans are really warm people. You know, like I felt more comfortable around them. I remember I took a taxi. They call it a chapa. I think I don't remember very well. But in the taxi driver was so respectful to everyone. And I was like, wow, there's a major difference. Here, go to Johannesburg. I'm sure you've had your
Yes,
own
of course.
experience.
Yeah.
Go to Johannesburg. I don't want to diss anyone, but yeah, the taxi drivers are
Yeah.
not the nicest.
Sure.
Sorry, taxi drivers.
But I saw that video when you went to the hotel. I don't know, it's a hostel, and you found that it's not that place. Then you had to take the same driver to take you to the correct
yes.
hotel in Mozambique.
Yes, that was in Mozambique. That was unfortunate because that particular person wasn't a nice person.
Yeah.
He actually took my money.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
so that was the first, like I've never been a tourist before in my life, so I had my first tourist experience.
Yes.
So every time they see a person who is not from that area, obviously they will try to, make a little bit more of money.
Brother, you've been here for a very long time in South Africa. What's your view about this country and the way, because frankly speaking, when we are in Tanzania, then the perception we get here is that South Africans are not welcoming. They don't like these foreigners and whatever. What's your experience?
So far, for me, the experience has been excellent. I've never really had an incident. Not that I'm wishing, touch wood, not that I'm wishing for one. I'm not. But if I'm to think about it, it's more like what you were saying.
Yeah.
You leave Africa and you're coming down to South Africa because it's more of the first world country, the only first world country sort of
in
Africa compared to the rest of Africa. So as a young person with dreams and everything, you want to go there, you want to try it out there, you want to live there. And obviously when you are on YouTube or you're on Channel or DSTV, whatever, you're watching these soapies, you're watching these dramas, you're watching these kids dancing and doing their reels and whatnot. It kind of builds a picture of the most entertaining or nicest place to visit on earth, if I'm not mistaken. So the picture then forces you to come down south. You come here, reality is like he's saying. The young ones are now very well educated in South Africa. They're all degreed, but the jobs are not as much as we assume or think before coming here. So it then becomes a war of crumbs. They're fighting to get some crumbs. And we are also coming to fight for those same breadcrumbs. So it becomes a very difficult situation. But as long as you keep in your lane, as long as you come legally and you keep in your lane, then you are good, you're sorted. But there's something that you guys quickly touched on.
I wanted to say high five.
There's something that you guys quickly touched on, immigration across Africa, African borders. People are complaining non-stop, from the biggest YouTubers to the smallest, to us who are maybe perhaps on the way up, coming and all that. What do you guys have? Here's an opportunity, it's a chance to ask the government and to ask the immigration department or the Home Affairs department, what kind of immigration are you guys expecting to see going forward in Africa?
Yeah, of course, I've been traveling to Africa, especially in this southern African region. So, for my experience as a Tanzanian, I've not experienced any difficulties at the border because Tanzania is a member of SADC and there is a free movement. But there are some borders, especially Tunduma na Konde border, the border between Tanzania and Zambia. That border is complicated. There are some individuals, the corrupt individuals, and this is a sad situation. We have to make sure that we speak about this because we are Africans. If you are Tanzanian, Ugandan, Zambian, so we should have free movement like the way other continents are doing. So, for example, Europe, they have European Union where there is no need of these visas, boundaries, and there are free movement. But in Africa, we are still having this. So it's a study reality. So just urge the government, if they are just listening, to make sure that they tell the immigration officers just to be professional, to do their job. There's no need of just asking money for somebody who is traveling. I mean, it's a study reality. But for my experience, I haven't met any problem. Just passing the borders, and for example, in East Africa, no problem at all because there's free movement in East Africa. Coming to Southern Africa, there's no problem. Mozambique, for these countries, Mozambique is another country. So you can be in a bus, and then the cops stop the bus, entering the bus, starting to look for identity cards. If they find that you have a foreign passport, then they can take you out of the bus and demand you something from you. You have to pay them some small money, meat cash, whatever. So you pay them, you go back to the bus. Or if you don't have, then you can ask the drivers or those crew. I don't have money. They talk to them. but it's not good. It's a sad reality. But that should not stop us from continuing to explore and visit different countries. So we are the young generation of Africa. We have to make sure that we travel more, we explore more, and
Open avenues.
I'm sure that these problems will end.
So any culture shocks?
South Africa. I mean, this is my third time in South Africa. Hey, this country is super developed, at least from my experience. You know, I just like when I visit a country, I just do video about the infrastructure, the roads, the railway. I mean, South Africa.
But sorry to cut you. I was just watching this one, the trip that you did. I was just watching your vlog, the recent one, the one that you did from Tanzania to Malawi, South Africa. Apparently, I watched all of it. There's not one part that I missed. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was awesome. It was amazing. I felt like I was a part of the trip. But when it comes to infrastructure, your road network is amazing.
Yeah, sure.
Everything changes when you cross that river into Malawi.
Into Malawi.
But all the way from there, all those cities, towns, Jakaya, Kikwete, all those areas were beautiful.
Oh, you watched that video?
Yes, all of it.
Of course, Tanzania, we are doing great when it comes to infrastructure.
Yes.
But you cannot compare with South Africa. South Africa is miles ahead. I think my brother can testify that.
Okay.
But also in Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, when it comes to roads, network, from one region to another, I mean, we have very good roads, very maintained highways. So, yeah, we thank God for that. And
I was like surprised because I thought it was just in the big cities. But then when I realized you're going into smaller cities, they were all beautiful. You have those big traffic circles, and all that, and you have excellent bus terminals.
Yeah, of course.
All the way to the border.
Yeah, all the way to the border.
That's one thing that I think South Africa is lacking, proper public transport. Because can you use a bus here?
No.
Why?
But if it's Intercape,
I used Intercape.
No, I'm talking about the local ones.
The local ones.
Yeah, the local ones. Intercape, those ones are private. I'm talking about the
locally
ones.
or locally owned. Locally black owned.
We were actually supposed to have a very good bus system here in town. They even built the roads. And apparently everything wasn't done properly, and now everything is just gone to waste.
Yeah, of course, when it comes to public transport in Tanzania, for example, we are doing great. We have this BRT, Bus Rapid Transit, especially in Dar es Salaam. Dar es Salaam is our biggest city. 7 million people. So this BRT has revolutionized public transport in Dar es Salaam. We have also this, what you call shared. You call them taxi, you call them daladala, the matatu, minibuses. Those are very efficient.
Meaning in English?
Meaning daladala. Shared minibuses.
Okay, baradala.
Daladala, we call them daladala.
What does that word mean?
Daladala.
Yeah, that's what
daladala means, I mean, when it started, the fare was 5 shillings.
Okay.
So 5 shillings is a slang in Kiswahili is dollar.
Oh.
So those, you know, those people, we call them the wapiga debe. Those people call
conductors,
commuters to enter. They were shouting dollar. Everyone, for example, here we are at Umud. When you want to go to dollar. So that's where the name dala came from.
And then matatu?
Yeah, matatu from Kenya.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like that. Matatu is 3 in Kiswahili. Tatu. So the first tatu, then matatu. Yeah. So that's the origin of those.
I've realized that in Johannesburg, actually, I think here it's different. In Johannesburg, there are no conductors. If you're going somewhere, you have to use your...
You don't have to sit in front.
Do the taxi man.
You sit in the front.
And if you sit in front...
It doesn't matter you're a foreigner, it's your first time on a public taxi. You are going to be collecting all the money and giving them the correct
And you're going to speak Zulu too.
So you don't take the front seat, John.
You shouldn't take the front seat. And you shouldn't be knowing like the signs. If you're going this side, maybe you should do this.
City, town. And then there's this, and then there's town and going home.
So do they use the middle finger?
Friends, hope you have enjoyed today's video. You can also share your own experience crossing African borders and traveling to African countries. Support us by subscribing to our channels. More content about Port Elizabeth and Cape Town, South Africa are still coming. Thank you and a goodbye from Port Elizabeth.